Okay.
Refusal for what? What's the crime that I committed, sir?
Go ahead and get your license, registration, and insurance.
What's the reason for the stop,
I'll
sir?
explain that. I am not going to discuss it not knowing who you are. I need to see who you are.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Number 437.
I'd just like to make a note that I'm not engaging in verbal contract with you.
Excuse me?
I'm not engaging in verbal contract with you.
I don't care. Just give me your license, registration, and insurance.
Okay, what's the reason why I'm being detained right now?
I will arrest you right now just for the simple fact that you're going 85 miles an hour over. Okay, I haven't caught for the last since I've been behind on La Vista at 60. Your speed has been ridiculous. No signals. I have so much driving on you documented that if you push me to that, I'll go ahead and arrest you for this. Right now, I'm just looking to cite and release you. But if you like to push me
I'm just simply asking what's the crime that I committed. That's all.
And let you go. If you don't, I can go ahead and tow your vehicle and arrest you right now, and you can deal with this through the judge at Maricopa County Jail.
Just so you know, I'm not engaging in any type of contract with you.
Did you hear me?
That's what I've got. I'm not going to look for anything else.
You don't have insurance?
I don't have any paperwork with me right now.
Okay, well then you're going to get cited for it. Are you on Casitas Drive?
That's what it says on there.
437.
Are you going to try to click?
437.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You are not free to go.
So am I being detained?
On a traffic stop. Yes, you are not free to leave.
Okay, what's the crime I've committed?
Criminal speed. No signals. Unsafe lane usage.
Okay, where's this person that I committed the crime against?
You don't have to commit the crime against somebody. It's a violation you did yourself.
So you're saying
He's not a victim, if that's what you're asking.
Right. Where's the victim?
437.
Who's the victim in this case?
All right, sit tight. Don't leave, okay? Here through a second. You are detained. Do not leave.
The vehicle is unmarked. Police car. Officer's badge. 4371. He's got second officer now.
Is it stolen? It's not coming back to the plate that's on it. Help yourself out because I'm ready to hook you up right now. Help yourself out. You're already doing criminal speed at 95. No reason you should be going
That's right, because I have you recording telling me that I was doing 83.
Okay, good. I got it all there. I'll let you know.
Officer 7070, J.D. Davis, and R.D. Ramirez, Officer 4371.
You have it all on your ticket.
Yeah, B-R-I-A-N, B-A-R-N-E-S.
Okay. Date of birth, please.
I'm going to remain silent on that.
Sir,
so that'll give you. I have the right to remain silent. Do I not?
When you have been contacted.
Do I have the right to remain silent?
When you've been contacted by a law enforcement officer for legitimate reasons, which you don't have stickers, the legitimate reason, that's for my contacting you. You have to provide a name and date of birth.
Okay, so my right to remain silent is null and void. Okay, so in the country where I don't know if I have it on me. But the Fifth Amendment allows me.
Doesn't prevail here.
Right, so the Fifth Amendment
here's
is
the deal.
null and void
I can
in
get
the
another
town of
officer here
Netherland.
real fast.
It doesn't matter how many officers you get here. So
Do you want to go to jail today?
I don't want to do
Okay,
anything.
so then let's just try to cooperate, right?
I'm cooperating
So why
with
don't
you.
Step out of the vehicle.
I do not need to step out of the vehicle, sir.
I can show you why I pulled you over. It's a legitimate contact.
I understand why you pulled me over.
Okay.
I mean, I comprehend
Okay.
your
So
decision
then
to
can you
pull me
understand,
over.
because I don't know who I'm dealing with. And
I gave
get
you my
more-
name. So if you would like to go run
But-
that name,
It won't come back. I
Oh,
need
it
a
won't.
date of birth associated with the name.
okay.
So date of birth, please.
I was told, and I'm telling you this because it is all hearsay in a court of law. I was told that I was born on January 29th of 1976.
Okay. Thank you very much. And are you telling me that you don't have registration?
I'm not telling you anything.
No
I'm telling you I'm not going to provide you with any information
No
other than the information that I just gave you, so that you know who I am and that you know that I'm not a criminal and that I'm not wanted by anybody in the law enforcement
And you
community.
see, I'm in a position where I have to make sure of that, so I'll go run you.
Mhm.
That'll be good.
Now,
if
so
you come back as-
before you go back there and run my name, if you run my name and I come back as not a criminal, are you still going to treat me as a criminal?
I'm not treating you as a criminal.
Or you're going to take
From
me to
an
jail,
officer
and
safety
if you were going to book me and
Because legally, you need to provide me with identification.
I just did. I provided you with
Fine.
that. So you would consider me
At this-
cooperating at this point.
You're already no.
You don't feel like I'm cooperating with you, even though I just
You're
gave you my
showing quite a
name
bit
and
of
number.
contempt. So
Oh,
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, because you just told me, and I'm going to tell you why I contempt your what you think is your authority right now, because you just told me that the Constitution does not apply in this situation, and I beg to differ. And you took an oath swearing to uphold the U.S. Constitution
You can explain
and the
that to a
Constitution.
judge,
Oh, I know I
But in a
can.
legitimate contact, as
Wait,
this is.
you call it legitimate, but this is
Sure,
you
you're
doing your
driving
job.
without plates. You got plates out there without any registration.
Well,
on
but those plates are my plates.
it. And by the state of Colorado, you are mandated to have the appropriate information on
Okay,
those plates.
and so when we talk about the mandate of Colorado, can I speak with
Are
Mr.
you a
Colorado?
sovereign citizen?
I am not a sovereign. So let's. What
so
does
I'm going
a?
to stop it right here.
Okay.
Please remain in your vehicle.
Okay. See how that went down?
Good. Good.
Are you recording too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I don't know how long.
If I have somebody come pick me up, what happens to my property? If it's sitting right here.
If it's sitting right here, where do you actually stay at? Are you even close to here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, unless you want to get it registered or insured, you probably get towed.
If it is on private property.
Private property is a different matter. But how are you going to get it to private property? You know what I mean?
Well, so this is one of those things where you have the ability to allow me to get it to a piece of private property, whether it be somebody's driveway or a
You got a buddy
business.
down here?
Well, I think I have a place that I could put it, or even if it's
How
just,
close is it to
even if it's just a parking lot, just so that I can put it there until I can do what I need to do. But so what you're telling me is that even though that I have not done anything wrong.
Other than driving with.
Wait, but you say that's wrong. So what is wrong about that? Can you explain to me
State
how?
law requires.
But how am I damaging anybody? How am I damaging the
It's not
state?
damaging anybody.
Okay,
The state
so-
law says that you have to have.
Well, state law can
registration
tell me.
and
State law
insurance
says a lot of
and a
things,
driver's license.
and so state law says a lot of things.
Okay.
And so, am I bound by your rules, whether I agree with them or not, and whether I've signed
may
it?
disagree,
Because I don't have a
but you're bound to.
contract with you or your entity. I don't have a contract with the state. I don't have a contract with the county. I don't have a contract with the city. And so, for you to enforce something that you don't have a contract with me on, means that you're actually invading on my rights, and that means you're breaking the
Talks
law.
about a civil.
You're breaking the law, and under a civil code, you're breaking the law because you're invading on my rights.
Okay.
And if you invade on my rights and take away my property and keep me from traveling, then you're invading on my right to
I
travel.
hear what you're saying.
I know you do.
Okay.
but you're not going to agree with me, and you're going to.
And maybe not.
What you're telling me through your body language and through what you're saying is that I have to be inconvenienced, that I cannot use my property the way I see fit, because I don't have some identifying marker that you require me to have. That I don't. Well, you're requiring me because you're the man enforcing it.
Yep.
And anybody who says I'm just doing my job is part of the beast. And so this is where I feel like that right now I'm having my rights invaded, and I'm trying to respectfully comply with the local authorities so that they don't think that I'm out here to do some harm to somebody. But what I'm getting from you is that even though I'm not harming anybody, I'm not harming the state, and I'm not harming the city, and I'm not harming any person, I'm not driving erratically, I'm not doing anything, but you're more than willing to take me away from here and impound my car, which would cost me money. It would make me pay a fee to have my car out of impound, and then it would also make me be in front of a judge and do anything.
I didn't necessarily going there, did I?
Well, that's the way I feel, and so you're telling me that I can have somebody pick me up. So what you're telling?
Get to a decent resolution here.
Well, the decent resolution for me would be for you to let me go on my way freely, because I haven't done anything wrong, and I haven't committed any crimes. And the only reason you pulled me over, and you've admitted that was because I don't have an identifying marker on the car.
Yep,
and so that automatically created a suspicion of guilt. And that is your reason of guilty before innocent to pull me over. And this is an invasion of my rights. And our laws are set on innocent until proven guilty. And I've done nothing wrong, and I'm not guilty of anything.
That's where we're going to disagree, because if the state requires a registration and a plate, that's something wrong.
What if the state requires me to get a chip in my hand?
Well, I'm not doing that. But
you're not? Well, are you under Obamacare?
No.
So if you're under Obamacare, it's required. It's in the paperwork that you're required to get that. So now when you get Obamacare, and that's a state requirement, are you going to break the law and not get it?
No.
So where's your line? Where's the line that you draw?
Yeah, I get you.
And so this is where I've got to be answerable to my God. And you may not have a God, you may have a God, but you're answerable to somebody. I mean, you're answerable to Him, it sounds like, because He's your boss at this moment. But so, if I have to do things the hard way, then that'll be my persecution. I mean, it's just what happens, and I have to accept that. But I'm asking you, and I'm pleading with you as a man to man, that I just go on about my business. I'm supposed to be meeting a wedding party for breakfast right now. And I've texted them and let them know what's going on.
That's fine. So let me see where we're at. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. I will not sign anything. I mean, I'll put a mark on there, but it will not. Yeah, I'll just take a copy, because if I sign something, then that acquiesces the jurisdiction as well. So
this contains the 2 dates that the judge talked about, the motions hearing date and the jury trial date. And this is another order that he gives everyone whose case has been set. So it's some additional information about some deadlines for filing.
So this is an order from the court to return to finalize this matter?
Well, the court already ordered on the record that your case is set for a motions hearing and a jury trial, which...
But I'm being ordered to appear, right?
It's a declared date.
And if I do not appear, will I be threatened with violence and imprisonment and kidnapping, extortion?
If you don't appear, there'll be a warrant for your arrest.
So you are admitting that there will be force used against me if I do not comply with the requests or orders of the court that do not have jurisdiction?
There'll be a warrant for your arrest, just like with everybody else who doesn't appear. It's not you, it's everybody.
Well, I know. I'm just stating for the record that you'll send men with guns to take me into custody, kidnap me, and hold me for ransom.
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
All right, bud.
Yep.
Just for the record, I want to notice that 4 armed officers are in the courtroom.
For the record, your business is done here today?
Yes, sir, it is. Thank you for your service.
You bet. Have a good one.
Where would you prefer me to be? Just right here? No, sir.
You do not. Mr. Winter, guilty plea then?
No, sir. I addressed that in my paperwork. I've answered in the form of a demurrer, and I'm asking that for evidence that the prosecutor and the DA, I guess the same person, that they are making the claim that the statutes and codes apply to me just because I'm physically in Colorado.
Today's in a continued arraignment. We're going to set the matter for motions hearing and trial. You'll have an opportunity to file any written motions. Today's not the day for that.
Right. I'm not real clear on like what's going on, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I don't.
Today's not the day for your motions to be heard.
But this is not a motion. I'm asking for the evidence that the jurisdiction applies to me. And if there is no evidence that the jurisdiction applies, then that doesn't give you any authority to even ask for a plea. If I enter a plea, then that acquiesces the jurisdiction that you are claiming. And I've answered in the form of a... Please, sir, I'm trying to make my case here, and you're interrupting me.
This isn't a trial.
I'm not asking for a trial. It's not a motions hearing. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for the evidence that you are... Do you have any evidence that the codes and statutes apply to me in front of you? Did the prosecution put any of that into the paperwork and to prove that they have stance?
Conversation. This matter will be set for motions hearing August 15th.
Are you asking me to plead today?
Please don't.
Well, you interrupted me. You've interrupted me 3 times so far. I have not entered a plea. You cannot enter a plea for me. You are not my counsel. And so what I'm asking you right now is, can I enter a plea? Do you accept pleas uninformed pleas? If I'm not informed, then how can I plea? Do you accept uninformed pleas?
We're not engaging in this conversation.
So you are neglecting to address me?
Do not interrupt me again.
I'm sorry, sir. I do not mean to interrupt you or disrespect you, but I feel that I am being disrespected at the moment.
I'm going to give you a motions hearing date where your concerns can be raised.
I object, Your Honor. I do not agree to the motions hearing. I do not contract with you or this state. Who is bringing the charges against me? Can I ask that?
Motions hearing.
I object, Your Honor. I do not accept your contract for a motions hearing. I'm asking for evidence to prove that your jurisdiction applies, and you are neglecting to show that you have jurisdiction. Now, if
The trial will be set September 5th and 6th at 8:30 on the 3-day trial and docket. All motions, including question of witnesses.
This is not a motion, sir.
And Rule 16 disclosure.
This is not a disclosure. Is the Colorado Constitution in place in this court? Is the Colorado Constitution in place in this court? I'm guessing it is not, because you are not following it. Let the record show that the judge has left the courtroom and has abandoned his seat without answering the questions for evidence of his jurisdiction. I also want to state on the record that I have requested his oath of office and the oath of office of the county clerk, and those are not on file.
The record is off. So
My record's on right here, so.
No, sir. Why not? Why would I step out of the vehicle?
I can take you to jail for obstruction. You're under arrest.
Why am I being arrested again? Why would I help you steal money from me? I understand why you pulled me over. I can comprehend. So, I do not want to step out of the vehicle. I do not consent to this. And,
I mean, this could have been avoided if you would have handed me that passport right there.
well,
You didn't have any ID.
well, I don't have an ID.
You have a passport?
This passport is expired. Will you accept that?
This room over here. My name is Mark Grimaldi.
Hello, Mark. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you? Good. I'm a DA who works at the prosecutor's office just upstairs. You're here for some traffic tickets. So just one traffic ticket, some traffic counts. It's driving without a license. I'm driving without plates and driving without insurance. Do you have any of those documents today?
No, sir.
Okay. So there's a couple options today then. Basically two options. I can make you a deal if you want to hear it, if you want to talk about it. And you can accept that deal or plead guilty to some charges. Flip side is you can plead not guilty. You always have the right to plead not guilty and maintain a not guilty plea. If you want to do that, you'd be set over for another court date. Do you know what you want to do today?
Actually, I've answered all of those questions in my paperwork there.
So I didn't get any paperwork, just the court did. This is the court's file. If you could just explain to me what you want to do.
Well, I have, basically I've answered in a form of a demurrer, so I don't acquiesce to jurisdiction that you guys are claiming. And so what I'm requiring is that you, the DA, provide evidence of your presumption of that jurisdiction before I can enter a plea.
That would happen at trial.
No, sir. That's the jurisdiction can be challenged at any time during the process, and I'm challenging.
Formally challenged it.
I formally challenged it right here, which you say you cannot see.
I wasn't served anything.
Well, you should have been, because it says right here, notice and demand to cease and desist, which would be you. So you are violating a cease and desist order right now. And it says notice to agents is notice to principals is notice to agents, applicants to all successors and assigns are without excuse. So if you do not have this paperwork, then there is no excuse, because it has been filed with the Boulder County clerk's office or the recorder's office, and I also have a counterclaim in the file against the police officers.
Counterclaim would be a civil issue, so we're not going to touch that today. I'm not recognizing it as a valid cease and desist order, to be completely honest. That's
Well, I don't care if
you. Judge.
It's not up to you whether you find it valid or not. That's up to the law.
So I'm going to just note to the court that we're just going to set this for motions hearing and trial, where you can argue legal issues.
No, sir. I'm here today to settle the matter. I need to speak with the judge. I need to speak with the judge. I'm not acquiescing to a jurisdiction. I'm not contracting with you to come back and have any kind of hearings, because what I'm here today to do is to settle this matter.
Okay, you can go take a seat back in the courtroom.
If you can provide your evidence of jurisdiction,
You can go ahead and take a seat back in the courtroom.
then I will be more than willing to plead guilty to any charges. But until that happens, thank you, sir.
With respect to your position,
Okay.
my concern is that you're not willing to at least hear us out and understand that we have our limitations as well. We have the discretion to say, hey, look, you don't have front license plates, a violation of the law. We can always not give you a citation, but you have to understand that you can get stopped at any moment, any time. Okay. By you saying, hey, you know what, I'm a sovereign citizen, you're physically harming me by trespassing on my rights, kind of ties us up. The violation is occurring according to state law.
Tell you what,
Go ahead.
if you can show me the law that states that I must have license plates on my vehicle, with me being a sovereign citizen, I will comply.
Okay.
Can you show me that law?
That law doesn't exist, ma'am. The law in the state of California, 5200 of the Vehicle Code, states you must have license plates on your vehicle, permanently affixed to your vehicle.
But then that also
But
tells.
it has nothing to do with your sovereign status.
But that also tells the government then that they have the rights to my vehicle, and I have the right to, at that point in time, to be pulled over and arrested any time, which I'm not, because I'm a sovereign citizen.
Okay. So you have to understand, we're not impeding your travel on the road. We're just impeding the ability on how you travel those roads. You understand that, correct? You can travel the roads freely, but you got to be within these kind of limitations. In this case, you have to have 2 license plates on your car.
Okay, so can you guarantee that in the future, if I put the license plates on the vehicle, can you guarantee that I won't be arrested for that reason?
Absolutely. As long as you have license plates affixed to your car, you pay your registration.
But I don't have to pay my registration because I'm a sovereign citizen.
Okay. I can't. It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't get into this kind of an argument because, honestly, this is something that this battle that you're having with me specifically as a representative of the government.
This is a battle?
It is a battle.
Okay, I thought we were having a nice conversation.
No. I'm talking about the sovereign status and sovereign citizenship
okay.
versus the federal government. Forgive me if I bounced around a little bit. This conversation is great. I appreciate this. I love a good conversation. Please believe me on that. I just have to tell you my limitations as far as my role as a police officer. You cannot... Give me 1 second. I hope it's not my boss. No, it's not. We want to afford you the luxury of being able to drive. We just have to say, hey, you got to go by certain rules.
But I'm not driving, I'm traveling. A driver's license would imply that I'm for hire and driving commercially, which means I'm for hire, and I'm not for hire.
I don't follow that.
Okay.
Sir?
Yes.
Okay. What is going on? Okay, just so you know, I stopped because your tags are expired.
Did I injure somebody or cause any damage?
No, your registration tags are expired?
I'm not operating in commerce, sir.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
I don't, what is the purpose of this stop?
Your registration tags expired in August of 13.
Do you understand that I'm not operating in commerce right now?
I don't care.
Actually, you should care because it's a constitutional right that I have to travel freely without being stopped for a statutory infraction that you do not have. Am I free to go?
No. I need your license, registration, and insurance.
Are you holding me against my will?
No. I'm not holding you against your will. What I'm doing is I stopped you for a traffic violation, and I need your license, registration, and insurance.
I have.
No, go for it.
Can I have your identification, please, sir?
My name is Deputy Ainsworth, as is on my uniform. I'm with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Okay? I need your license and registration. If you don't provide it, you will be under arrest for failure to provide proof of your license. Alright?
You're going to arrest me?
If you don't provide your proof...
Are you threatening to arrest me?
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay?
So
I need your license. If you don't want to provide that, I will arrest you for fail to provide your license.
I have to assume that I'm under arrest right now because I'm not free to leave.
Okay.
I am evoking my right against self-incrimination, and I will not be providing you with any documents that can be used against me to incriminate myself. Do you want to violate my right of self-incrimination to not be, because that's what you're doing, sir.
Okay. I have a legal right to stop you because your registration is expired. You are required by law to provide me with some form of identification. Okay? If you do not do that, you will be under arrest.
I have right to legal counsel.
Not at this point. Okay?
Yes, I do have right to legal counsel, sir. You can't take my rights away.
If you don't want to obey the law right now,
I am obeying the law.
speak with your attorney in jail. Okay?
You're threatening to kidnap me and put me in jail? Do you have a signed warrant to take me to jail? Where's my due process, sir? Do you not need a signed warrant from a judge to arrest me?
No, I'm not sure where you're from, but I do not. Okay?
I will hold you under full commercial liability and your bond in a criminal matter should you proceed with this stop any further, sir.
Are you going to cooperate or not?
Sir, with all due respect, I mean you no harm. I mean you no. There will be no violence. Please, God's peace be with you.
Okay.
Can we get a supervisor here, sir?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Speak with your supervisor. Yes, hey Gene, this is Gary. See, I'm in the Walmart parking lot. Are you law enforcement or are you peace officer?
51 copy.
Are you safety officer or are you law enforcement?
I am law enforcement. I am from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
I have someone from law enforcement performing a traffic stop. He's threatened to arrest me if I don't show him a driver's license, registration, and insurance. The reason for this stop is expired registration tag?
Yes.
Then the state has no more authority over the vehicle if the registration is not current. You're aware of this, right? What you're trying to do? Are you aware of the law?
I'm pretty familiar with the law, yes.
Pretty familiar with the law. Well, this is going to go a lot further than pretty familiar, so please be cautious in what you do, that you don't violate my rights in trying to enforce statute. So where are we at, Gene?
Private register a vehicle when it depends on the use that's being made of the vehicle. If it's used for private travel and communication, it's not required to be titled and registered. So it wouldn't have to have any tabs on it.
This is my contention, sir.
I can't hear him. I'm not going to chat with him. I'm talking to you. Okay?
Yeah. And the thing to do there probably is just jot down some notes, get the officer's name and badge number, and make sure that you get all that information so that he can be sued in his private capacity for exceeding his authority and jurisdiction.
Correct.
His authority and jurisdiction is set out very clearly in 153, 39, and 83. So when he exceeds that authority and he has to allege that you are an employee working for some corporation and engaged in trafficking on the highway, so right there in itself, he's made an illegal stop.
Yeah.
So he's detained you in your liberty of travel, and he doesn't have valid probable cause to do that simply because he sees a vehicle that has a license on that's expired. Without determining the use that the vehicle is being put to, that may or may not be required to be titled and registered. That changes with every new vehicle owner.
Right.
Just get some notes and
Sir,
see what he wants
sir,
to do.
can you hang up the phone, please?
No, I'm with my counsel now. Please don't try to deprive me of counsel, sir. Please.
I've been very patient with you.
You have,
Okay?
sir.
I have a legal right to stop you. Like I said, you are required to provide your license, okay, or proof of identification. Okay? If you're refusing to do that, you will be under arrest. Okay?
He will be arresting me should I not provide him with this information.
Well, he wants you to identify yourself, and this is his authority. He's claiming his authority for that is his power under the vehicle code. And as I say, document everything they say, and have him write it down, because even at a traffic stop, he's not authorized to compel you to identify yourself, and that's Delaware versus Browse. So he's alleging that you're engaged in trafficking, so he has a right to demand a driver's license. This is exactly what they do in this Ponzi scheme called the driver's licensing scheme.
Okay. Okay.
Just get his information, see what he wants to do here. You gotta impound your vehicle and tow it.
Hey, sir.
It's on private
Okay.
property.
So, I've asked you several times to please cooperate. All right. As stated,
I'm cooperating as best I can with it.
My name is Deputy Ainsworth. I am with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
Gene, I'll get back
I
to
am
you.
in uniform, displaying a badge. All right. I stopped you because your registration tags are expired. You are required by law to provide me with proof of identification. If you cannot do that, you will be under arrest for failing to do so. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
You need to step out of the vehicle. You need to step out of the vehicle. You are
I
under
do
arrest.
not feel safe, sir. Please don't.
Step out of the vehicle.
Please,
You are under
sir.
arrest.
Sure, step out.
Wait.
Get-
Don't
step out
pull
of the vehicle.
away, please. Please,
Do
you're
not
harming
pull
me.
away from me.
Please. Please. You're.
Don't pull. Relax your arms. Relax your arms.
They are as relaxed as I can be. You're holding them up and hurting my shoulder. I have injuries. Please, sir, do not hurt me further.
We're not. Stop resisting. Cooperate. That's all we're asking.
Well, my cooperation, please understand that I realize it'd be easier if I just produced this. However,